Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Black Span. I'm about to do my face and get up out of here. So prior to that, I'm going to talk to you guys. What the fuck was that? You heard that, Phoenix? I want to talk to y'all about the message of hate that is in this music that we're consuming. And it's like all these rappers are dying and being murdered in these streets, losing their lives for nothing, not even for the cause or for the revolution, just out here just straight up dying. And no one is blaming it on the music. Y'all are loosely blaming it on the music, but y'all are doing so without knowing that it's actually at fault. Y'all just saying it's just the music is negative. The music is negative. So we're not gonna go too deep into it, just because you know I'm gonna be gone soon. Not dead, but I'm leaving my residence. So basically, what it boils down to is, yes, the music is negative, but it's also hypnotizing us. And what I mean by it's hypnotizing us is, I mean the frequency in which it is emitting. There are frequencies in music. We all know that. If you study, if there's a book by Dr. Laila Afrika, God rest that brother's soul, a shake to the ancestor. Dr. Laila Afrika, he wrote a book called about holistic health. On the front of it is gonna say recommended by Dick Gregory, and that's the book I'm talking about. In case you get it twisted with his book on melanin or something of that nature. So those are firecrackers, okay, and gauges. So he talks about I was looking for this color. He talks about the frequency of music, how they use certain notes and key notes on this thing called the harp. To what the harp was prior to being a musical instrument, it was a medical instrument. He just goes back into a little brief history on music so that we can understand that we are being hoodwinked and bamboozled. And with that, and so I really recommend that book. I really recommend you guys read it. If I was downstairs, I would show it to you guys, but I'm not. And I am, like I said, you know, I am definitely getting ready to blow this joint. Not a literal joint, but to leave. So, we all knew what I meant already. I don't smoke. I think we know that too. Okay, so, oh shit. All right. Let's get this party started. Boom, 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 boom. So, sorry. I could walk with you bubblegum, y'all. I promise I can. Anywho, so with that being said, when they are giving us this low frequency music that's quintessentially vibrating on the same level of hate, the opposite of love, then they know what they're putting into us. They know what they're doing. And quite frankly, And quite frankly, we should be up on it by now, considering this is our ancestors' stick or stuff. You know what I mean? So, just like y'all say, all the negative music is negative on purpose, and they trying to promote negativity. No, they promoting death. They are promoting underachievement. They're promoting a lot of other things before they promote just negativity. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what kind of negativity? What are you gonna do with negativity? You know what I'm saying? My reaction to me dropping my phone was just negative. You know what I'm saying? It's the level of negativity in which they're exposing your subconscious to. And you know what? Like what Adolf Hitler taught us all, if he didn't teach us nothing else. Control what a man see, think, hear, control with his subconscious mind. Control that, you got that man. So, of course, I was paraphrasing. So, with that being said, why are we participating in this debauchery called music? You know what I'm saying? Like, boycott it. Listen to white folk music. They don't hypnotize their own the way they do us. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to do quote unquote nigga music, they gonna make you. Remember when Miley Cyrus was said that she not gonna rap no more because of how it made her feel, is negative music, blah 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 blah. She was right. It was. And she didn't quit because she got tired of fucking black dudes and hanging around niggas. She quit because she realized she herself changed into a different type of being. And she didn't like it. And everybody was like, oh, she just used black people to get popular? Nah. She's always liked black culture. I'm pretty sure she was just trying to, she was pissing her parents, well, her daddy off as well. But it's like, we were too busy being offended to listen to what the girl was saying. I was offended, but I was also listening. You know what I'm saying? And paying attention, which is something that we all need to start doing. Instead of listening to respond or listening to be angry, let's listen to learn and pay attention. So, anywho, another example is Tom Hanks' son. He's a quote-unquote rapper now, but his secular type of music is very negative. So he's not going to win no awards or nothing like that. They're just going to let him manipulate, and they're going to use him to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, when they try to get rid of people, it's not really based on color so much as socio-political and financial status. So they don't give a fuck about getting rid of a white degenerate. It's like, but even though they have a nigga problem, you nigga lovers have to go too. Understand? We almost, it's like we forgot about that term, nigga lovers. And they still exist. And them motherfuckers gotta go right along with the nigga. So, it's like, think about the 90s music that your parents listened to. I know my mama liked rap, and she listened to, like, We All in the Same Gang. You know what I'm saying? 911 is a joke in your town. And there's always been raunchy rap music, raunchy rock music. All music have always been, had their variations of raunch and filth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that doesn't exist for us as well. And I'm not saying that it's wrong, but it's highly propagated in us for that particular reason. And also, they hold on. They manipulate the music by frequency. And if you read, I'm gonna have to read that book to y'all. So hate vibrates at love vibrates at like 528 megahertz, something like that, right? Hate vibrates way above that. So that bass line that took over rap music back in the day, that hardcore bass line that we used to bump in our trunks, by the time I was a teenager, and 15 in the late 90s, well, no, early 2000s with my speakers in my trunk, that was the frequency of hate. You know what I'm saying? And it was starting to set in even then. That discontent. Like a lot of people say, black people used to love each other. Black people also used to listen to love music. Music that conveyed love. Even like stuff like Luke and those that shit my parents used to listen to. That dirty, raunchy thong shit. Whatever it was called. Even music like that still didn't vibrate on a low frequency. So it may have been raunchy, but it didn't have the same effect on your psychosis as this new music does. So y'all wonder why y'all think it's just the drugs that's killing all these young rappers who are talented, who are wasting their talents serving the Jews in their quest to annihilate us. They're also dying by design. One-hit wonders, get rich quick. We're going to use their music in all kind of movies and stuff and not have to pay their family shit or nothing. And he died young, so it was another nigga gone. It's like slavery. Make money after nigga, kill the nigga. And the money that you make off of the nigga is going to be residual. Period. It's the same game, different players. Well, same players, it's their ancestors. So at some point, we're going to have to wisen up and say, you know what? I'm not going to listen to that. Yeah, it's jamming now, but just for the time being, let's listen to some old school 90s rap and stop listening to this shit. Because one thing about it, they'll change it if they stop making money off of it. Period. Because they're all about the mighty dollar. And we could study all these engineers and stuff out there in music. Why don't you guys study frequency and stop putting out music based on such a low frequency that perpetuates hate within people's psychosis or causes mild psychosis? Like guns and assault rifles are so in style now. Dracos, choppers, and all this here stuff. But yet and still, like they got Mo3 from Dallas. He had all those guns, all those Dracos, and all those choppers. But when he was getting gunned down on the freeway, him don't have no weapon with him. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's all a facade and it's all an act in the first place. And then it trickles down to ignorant or people that are already vibrate a low frequency because this music has been circulating in our subconscious for the better part of 20 years. Ever since we was kids listening to music that our parents told us not to listen to. Ever since our parents were in their 30s listening to music that they probably shouldn't have been exposing us to. So it's not only do we have to accept responsibility, but we have to realize that it's only going to change by us. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't say y'all want to keep y'all daughters off the poles, but y'all steady jamming Cardi B. I've never jammed that song WAP in my life. And I damn sure ain't jammed it around my kid. You see what I'm saying? Like, when I have company over, my daughter start jamming her music, they're like, what she know about that? Everything. Because I don't raise her up on that low vibrational music. My baby know who Al Green is. You know, she listens to the stuff my grandparents listen to. My mother's mother and them listen to. You know what I'm saying? Because I became conscious of this early on. You know, and I just never caught on. Like some of us, that music doesn't sit